Hi everyone, thanks so much for messaging in with all your questions. We've had thousands of interactions with viewers from across the entire world, but unfortunately due to time constraints we only have time to get through maybe about 10 to 15 questions, which we'll try and rattle through you through now. So Sam, if you want to take it away with our first question.
So the first question is from Luke, and he asks,
Luke Fairbairn.
If I wanted to bring in a cornetto, how would I do that?
Oh Luke, you've asked a fantastic question there, and it's a question that a lot of wild campers struggle with. It's one of the more technical aspects of wild camping, bringing your cornettos with you. Sam and I, we like to take a cool box, we call it Gino D'Acampo, and it has a capacity of about, I'd say about 100 cornettos. We normally only take about 80 with us just to leave a bit of space for emergency items as well. And cornettos, you know, they are really essential to camping. If you have any campfire-based explosions when you're cooking, like sometimes you're cooking baked beans in a campfire, there might be a big explosion when the baked beans overheat. That's quite a common occurrence when you're wild camping. You can use the cornettos to cool down any wounds as well, which is pretty helpful. So that would be my recommendation. Bring a cool box full of cornettos. Next question. And question number 2.
This comes from one of your super fans.
Oh.
She's called Claire.
Claire,
She's
yes.
from
She's a super fan.
I think it says Acton as the geo tag. And she says, how many pairs of pants did you take with you? Did you wash them or discard them after use like Jack Reacher?
Interesting.
I know the answer to
You
this
can
one.
handle this one, Sam. Yeah, you try.
I actually, you only need to take one pair of pants. I packed 2 because I was feeling a bit bougie. But you just have to wear pants for how clean you feel. So I wear a pair of pants.
Did you wear both pairs?
I did get through both, but you know, you're only as clean as you are, and you just wash yourself in them. So when you're wild camping, there's limited washing. If I want to have a wash, I get in the sea in my pants, and then they're as clean as me.
Yeah.
And if they get really dirty, just turn them inside out and it's like a fresh pair.
The other thing you can do is swap pants, because we obviously produce different germs. So my germs won't interact with your germs and vice versa, so it's like wearing a clean pair of pants.
Yeah.
Question number 3 from?
This is from another super fan called Jez, and he says...
It's from Acton as well?
I can't quite see.
Okay.
It says, how do you reduce the aroma of 2 unwashed males in the car when wild camping?
Oh, that's an interesting question, Jez, because there's sort of 2 schools of thought on this, and Sam and I really fall into the second school of thought. So we don't view smell as a bad thing, and that's really for 2 reasons. I don't know if you agree with this, Sam. Firstly, we have a lot of valuable items in our car. The golf clubs, laptops, phones, mini fridges, all sorts. And the smell acts as a protection of those items. So no one's going to come near the car. We're basically safe from any thieves. Secondly, obviously, I don't know if you've heard, but there's a pandemic going on, coronavirus, and you have to be socially distanced. And some people don't stick to those rules. And having a smell barrier really helps people to stay 2 meters away. So it means that we won't die from infectious disease. So 2 positives there. So we embrace the smell.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to
Embrace
say.
it.
And question 4
Is
who's it from?
from Dave Butler. It says, is it more important to wear a mask or fight off wild animals?
Do you want to take this one?
I mean, I would say in Scotland, especially with their strict Nicola Sturgeon rules, the masks were much more essential.
Yeah.
Fighting off wild animals, I mean, we just let ourselves get ravaged by midges.
Yeah, and
you don't fight them off, you just let them take from you
true.
what they want.
Not many people know this, but masks also act as a protection from wild animals, don't they?
Yeah.
So you're protecting yourself, you're complying with the law, and you're protecting yourself. Wild animals aren't going to touch you if you're wearing a mask, because they just know that the mask contains bacteria which could infect them, and they don't want to spread it to the animal kingdom. So it works both ways. So the mask for sure.
Yeah, always wear a mask. Next question.
Question 5
is from Imo, and it says, if you've fallen and can't get up, what do you do?
Shall I take this one?
Yeah.
So, Imo, thanks for asking the question. It's a really important question, because I think wild campers often struggle with this, and you might even see some wild campers on your general day-to-day who've fallen over, and if you do see them, I'd urge you to help them, because they could have been there for ages. Like, they could have been stuck there for days on end waiting for someone to help them. So it is an important thing. If you're a wild camper in that situation, you just have to do a combination of sitting it out, waiting until you find the strength to move again, which sometimes happens after a few minutes, and if it doesn't, then you just have to scream like, ah! And then someone should come to your rescue. Question 6, who's it from?
I can't read it.
Question 6 from Jack Fairbairn. Thank you, Fairbairn, for so many great questions. Does politics matter in the wilderness? Wow. This could require a dissertation to answer. You know, the politics of the animal wild kingdom is very raw, it's very primal, but it does matter a lot. It really does matter. You think there's not much way to the way sheep behave, where the way they just bow at each other and do kind of strange things, but what me and Sam were saying is animals have reached a state of, I'd say, Marxist not democracy, but a Marxist state of fatalism, where they know that life will end one day, and therefore what they do in the meantime doesn't actually matter. They can just bow, they can just moo, they can just nyeh, and that's all that really matters, and they can have fun, and no one's going to judge them for it. They can all be equal. So that is what I would say. There's only really one ideology in the animal kingdom. It's Marxist, and it's pretty important to all of them. Question number 7, maybe 8, from Griff Fairbairn. Sam, do you want to take this one? Again, great question. Do you carry all your trash in and out with you?
Always. I mean, it's the first rule of wild camping is leave the land as you found it. That includes always bringing a fluffer to fluff up the grass after you've pitched your tent and you've packed it up.
Yeah.
So it looks exactly like that. And all trash, every trash, everything
Take
you bring,
a picture beforehand,
you
right?
take in and you leave out. And I mean, everything.
Apart from compostable stuff like beer cans, that's fine. No, that was a joke. Always take everything.
Everything.
One rule of wild camping: leave no trace.
Got
And
one
I'm
more.
sorry for all the people who haven't managed to ask questions. If we've got this is our final question, feel free to message. But yeah, this is our last question.
This is from Ben, and it says, what is the best midge prevention technique and who was most bitten?
Shall I take this one?
Go for it.
So the thing with midges is it's a psychological battle. Midges are just as scared of you as you are of them. So what Sam and I did, we made sure that we got the message out early. We weren't scared of midges. We got our hats, and if you get hats, if you get midge hats, they know for a fact that you mean business. They're not going to get that much skin if they come to you. So we actually didn't come across many midges because they knew that psychologically and mentally we were prepared for the battle, so it wasn't even worth coming near us. And they only came near us once, and we destroyed many of them. Sam got more bitten, I think, just about.
Horrendous.
Because you weren't wearing any
Trousers.
clothes. Yeah. But I was wearing clothes and I was fine. So yeah, be psychologically prepared for the midges.